Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing what is on my iPhone 12. I posted an unboxing video on Friday. If you're a new subscriber from that, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I'm so excited to bring you guys this video. I know a lot of you from Friday's video are excited about this. I'm so pumped to share my iOS 14 home screen setup and all my favorite apps with you. This is my iPhone 12. I got it all set up today, went to the Verizon store, got the 5G SIM card installed, and I'm just ready to go. I'm not going to waste any more time on this intro, so subscribe, turn on your post notifications, let me know the version or like phone you have in the comments. Before the iPhone 12 I had the 8. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. I just started screen recording my phone and I'm just gonna open it up and put a picture of what I'm seeing or a video of what I'm seeing right here next to me. So this is my home screen. This is page 2. I'm gonna go from top to bottom and talk about everything. Really quick before I do that, my case is from Amazon and the pop socket is also from Amazon, and I have a screen protector on there. I'll link those things down below. I love this case. It was 12 bucks. It's silicone and it's pretty good quality. First thing I have is my little Saturday widget. This is the day and date widget with the font New York. It's black and then a white background color and no border color. The first app I have is the Photos app. Pretty self-explanatory where all my little photos are housed. By the way, with regards to my home screen, I will leave, I don't know if I can link this. Flip your phone or whatever device you're on if you want to screenshot it. I'm going to fill the screen right now with my background, and I will also put a picture of my lock screen while I'm speaking right now in case you guys want to screenshot that and use it. But most of my apps were either from Google Images. I just looked up Notes app for the photos icon. I looked up neutral moon and that came up. I was shocked because it matched so well. And other things like what's in the Google folder, I changed the colors on the Lightroom app. I go in here to Lightroom. Let's say this Google Drive icon, for example, this is what it ended up looking like and this is the before. So in order to change the color, I went to Google Images, downloaded a picture of the icon with a white background, went into the color folder. By the way, Lightroom is free if you guys want to get it. Click on mix. I didn't change any of the red or orange settings, but these are my yellow settings. Changed up the green a little bit, blue, and that's it. So you can just mess around with the colors and really do a lot in Lightroom if you're looking for an exact color scheme, but that's pretty much it for my home screen. I got some questions about the verse of the day widget, which I'll get there as I go down the list. So the next app I want to talk about is the Notes app. My entire life is in this app. If I lost it, I would be completely screwed, honestly. I used to put my video schedule in here. This is my video schedule from 2018, which is shocking. I also have certain notes for some of my best friends' quotes. I have one for Grace, I have one for my mom, and I have one for some of my other friends, where if they say something funny or something that I just think is memorable, I will write it down in there. So that's something fun I do. Another thing is for Christmas time, I have a whole list of people I'm getting gifts for, and I write anything that they've ever mentioned wanting or something that they liked if I was ever shopping with them to get them for Christmas. That's a good tip because I feel like I never know what to get people, but if they mention it here and there, you can write it down and always remember. In addition to that stuff, my whole to-do list is in my notes and other random things. But next up is Safari, search engine, pretty self-explanatory, and then the Alarmy app. I downloaded this app recently. I have not used it yet, but I've heard very interesting things about it. Essentially, you set your alarm for a certain time, and when it wakes you up in the morning, if you go directly on your phone, let's say I wanted to edit this 8:30 a.m. alarm, you can create a mission where you have to shake your phone, take a photo of something, scan a QR code, play a memory game, typing, or walk a certain amount of steps for the alarm to go off, which I think is such a great idea because I'm always snoozing in the morning, and if you're hearing the alarm over and over again, obviously you're gonna want it to stop if it's freaking annoying. So I haven't used this yet, but I really want to soon. Oh, I should probably turn this a little bit. I really want to soon, and I think it's genius. Next up is my little money folder here. So I have Bank of America reward style, AdSense, and PayPal in here. I would have Venmo in here, but I can't use Venmo because somebody apparently has already signed up for a Venmo account with my phone number. It's a really weird thing. I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but I can't use Venmo. So pretend that's in there as well. But Bank of America, that's just like how I access my accounts and statements. Reward Style is the sister company of Like to Know It. This is how I link things for you, and sometimes if a certain company is integrated with Reward Style, I get a percentage of that commission because it's like sales to you guys, if that makes sense. Basically, I can link certain things on there, see my stats, and edit images if I post them to Like to Know It. I'm not going to explain that because it's kind of confusing, but that's essentially what that is. It's for commissions or affiliate links. AdSense is money from Google, and PayPal is just how you can pay for things online or send money to other people. Next up is the YouTube folder. So in here I have YouTube Studio, YouTube TV, YouTube Fonto, and Feed Preview. YouTube Studio is really awesome. I recommend this app to any YouTubers. My favorite feature about this app, you guys, I can respond to every single comment. So if somebody commented on a video that I posted a year ago today, it would still notify me that that was the most recent comment, and I'm able to reply to that, which I think is incredible. This is the app I use to reply to all my comments, and it's super helpful because if somebody watched per se one of my hauls and said, where did you get this thing, or they watched that in a vlog, I would still be able to tell them even if they were watching it a year later. So that is probably one of my most used apps. YouTube TV is like cable, but you can watch it from anywhere. Love The Bachelorette. Clearly my family is enjoying Big Ten football being back. I love Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I'm a huge fan of reality TV, and we have all my mom's baking shows. Okay. Next is YouTube. Clearly, if you're watching this video, you know what that is, so I don't have to explain. Fonto is what I use to make all of my thumbnails. This was my thumbnail from my most recent video. I can move around the text. I edited this picture. It's not difficult to operate if you are a YouTuber and need an easy way to make thumbnails on your phone. Fonto is definitely the way to go. And lastly, I have Feed Preview. This app shows me my Instagram feed. So if I wanted to add another photo, this was from when I was switching everything. I don't know, let's say I want to post that. I am able to see what it looks like. Okay, we have an ad. I'm able to see what that looks like on my feed. Moving right along to the school folder. I'm not going to go in depth with these because you probably understand them. The social media folder, I have Instagram, Pinterest, and Poshmark in here. Instagram is pretty self-explanatory. I've had lots of different feeds. We have this like tan October fall thing going on. Christmas. This I'm very proud of. It was like black and white and tan. Peach era, the blue from this summer. And now I'm doing some sort of like greenish tan. I don't really know. I've kind of given up, not gonna lie. It's so hard to keep a consistent feed, but I'm working on it. I got Pinterest and then Poshmark, which I'm selling my clothes in there if you want to go buy them. I marked everything down. It's like the best deals. The next thing I have is a picture widget of, why did I think that would get bigger if I clicked on it? It's just a picture of me and Allie at the beach and the verse of the day. I've been asked, like I said earlier, how to get this on there. So essentially, if you want to edit your home screen, you can click this little plus button up here. Also, make sure you have the Bible app downloaded, but if you scroll down, it should pop up in your apps. So if I clicked on the Bible app, it would show me these options for the verse of the day. I love having the verse of the day on my homepage because it just reminds me to stop for a second and think about God as I'm going along my day. I feel like we can get so caught up on our phones, especially with social media. So I love to have that there so I can see it and read a new verse of the Bible every morning. Next up, I have the 3 apps at the bottom. I have my camera. Also, just to show you, this is what my room looks like right now because my sheets are going through the wash. Got my unmade bed over here. So in case you see somebody, if you're like, oh, she has her life together filming this video in the corner, clearly I do not, okay? But as I was saying, I really love the iPhone 12 camera. The wide angle is so amazing and the quality is crazy. I'm a huge fan of that. Next up, I have this app folder called Hit Me Up. This is filled with all of my communication-based apps. The reason I put this together is because when you change app icons, you no longer get the red dots, which I think is great. Never really loved those things anyway. Of course, we have to be notified that someone called or texted us, or if there's an app notification, etc., etc. But let's be honest, they were kind of ugly. So for texts and calls, as well as emails and other forms of communication, including Snapchat, because a lot of my friends won't text me, they'll just Snapchat me something. I wanted to have a folder where I could go and still get notifications, so I think that worked out pretty well. And I really love it because I can just click on that and I have my center full of communication apps. I also have my calendar. I've been working hard on organizing my calendar with different colors, which has been very helpful with planning my videos and balancing school, sports, all that. We are on to the second page. I basically have this filled with folders, so this may be a long video, but first app is shopping. We got Chick-fil-A, DoorDash, Starbucks, Like to Know It, Amazon, Postmates, Alexa. I have to whisper that because she's over there and she's gonna go off, and Princess Polly. I don't think these need that much explaining. The next folder is called Wellness. I have the Nike Run app. This app, what is this? This does not have any name. Oh, it's a Sleepy Time app. I'll talk about that in a second. Sleep Cycle, Clue, and Insight Timer. If I'm ever going on a run, I use Nike Run to track it. This app is so helpful, and I think it's a lot more beneficial if you have an Apple Watch, because I might be wrong on this, but I believe it can track calories burned and does a better job overall of tracking the distance. I'm not logged in because my phone is brand new, but I found this app through Megan Hunsaker on Instagram. The next app does not have a label, but it is called Sleepy Time. If you watch my vlogs, you might have heard me talk about this. I just realized all my shortcuts are spelled incorrect, or a majority of them. Google Alex and retype, because I was in a rush while I was changing all the colors. Anyway, that's irrelevant, don't mind that. I use Sleepy Time almost every single night. If I have to wake up at, let's say, 7 a.m. for school, it will show me the ideal times to go to sleep so that I will wake up in between REM sleep cycles instead of smack dab in the middle of a sleep cycle, and this works, okay? I sometimes don't abide by this because I just have to go to bed at a certain time and I have to wake up at a certain time and I just can't work around this schedule, but the days I don't versus when I do is like night and day. I feel so much more groggy in the morning if I wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle versus in between, because my body is naturally waking up or ready to wake up. I don't know. I bet there's some studies on it. Maybe I'll link something down below, but this app is super helpful and I think it works well. Another app I have is called Sleep Cycle. This is from Tuesday. My phone died in the middle of it because I didn't plug it in, so I was not in bed for 5 hours. I fell asleep in 6 minutes. I went to bed at 9:47, but I did not go to bed at 2:53. As you can see, I have not used this app since Tuesday. I used to use this app all the time, but I recently reset it so that it would give me new statistics about my sleep. Essentially, this tracks your sleep through sounds that it hears. So I guess if it hears a lot of sound, you might be moving a lot at night. I don't know how accurate this is, but I like using it so I know how much sleep I get at night, because I'm kind of obsessed with that and just like making sure I'm getting enough sleep, which I never do. It's really satisfying waking up and seeing that you slept for more than 8 hours, or you slept for X amount of time if you went to bed earlier. I hope that makes sense. Next, I have Clue. Sadly, tomorrow begins my time of the month, okay? You can track if you're having cramps, if you are emotional, if you exercise, energy, sleep. We're just bonding here, okay? So why not be honest? I don't get cramps when I'm on my period, but I get my period every 23 days. But if you do get cramps, it can be super helpful to track it that way. And there's a Clue Plus version. That is that. We're done with that conversation. The next thing is Insight Timer. I had to download this for my dance class because we had a unit on meditation, but I kept it on my phone because I thought it was really helpful. Also, okay, completely forgot to mention something. I also have my app library filled with other apps, like the general Apple ones, but these are the ones I use the most, so I'm just showing those. Back to what I was saying, they have some Christian prayer, like meditation things on there. They have morning affirmations for your confidence. So there's a lot of really great options on there. Next is my streaming/home section of Life 360. If you don't know what that is, lucky you. No, I'm just kidding. I have this app so that my parents can track me and I can track them. Sometimes I use it against them. I'm like, you're supposed to be here picking me up 20 minutes ago. Where you at? Reverse, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. I understand why my parents want to know where I am. And it's also a big safety thing. Like if I were ever without communication or I was lost somewhere, my mom's not answering her phone if she has to pick me up, all sorts of things. It can be really helpful, and I understand why my parents want to know where I am because they love me. But sometimes it's annoying. Okay, next up is podcasts. I made a list on my notes app of my favorite podcasts in case you guys want to listen to some of them. I'm sure there's more, but these are a few that I went through and picked out. In this folder, I also have Pandora. I don't use Spotify. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not cool. I don't have Spotify Premium. I don't have Apple Music, but I use Pandora because my dad has a premium plan on there and I can listen to whatever songs I want and I don't have to pay for it. I also have Disney Plus and the Waze app. I love Waze because it gives you the fastest route to somewhere, and other Wazers on there can report why there might be traffic, if there's a car accident, if there is an officer on the road ahead, if there's a hazard on the road ahead, all sorts of things like that, which can be really helpful driving. Okay, the next app I have is Noonlight. The photo that I will include on the screen now does a better job of explaining and sums it up a little faster than I might be able to right now. If I just get a gut feeling that something is wrong or somebody's following me, this app is my saving grace because it cannot defend me, but it can send people that are able to defend me. The next widget I have over here is this one. It is a quote from Pinterest that says, "Stop doubting yourself, work hard, and make it happen." I also have this picture of me and my best friend Grace, and the other widget down here is a clock that serves absolutely no purpose. Can't even really read it. Just thought it looked cute. Over here is the photo and video folder. I don't know why I have like a calendar looking thing for the Retouch app. If you're on TikTok, you know what this is because it was used time and time again, but you can Photoshop out certain things. I took this screenshot of the iPhone 12 before I bought it on their website, so let's just pretend I'm gonna use this. Sometimes it can be really wonky and does not work, but it's amazing. I use it all the time. It's really helpful. I'm sorry if it's getting dark and the lighting is a little weird. I'm filming later in the day. The next two apps I have are Visco and Unfold. Visco is a photo editing app that you can post your pictures to. Unfold is an app I use to design my Instagram stories, like that really hot picture of me from 3rd grade. Moving along, we have CUNYCAM. So if I go in there and select this picture, I saw this on Visco. If I want to edit it, they have all kinds of filters to use, fun bursts of light like this. And my favorite is adding the date on there. That app is super helpful and can really spice up an Instagram picture. Next up, I have Procreate. I used to use this a little more often. This app does cost money, but it's worth it for me because I mainly use it for video graphics. Lightroom is the app I use to edit all my pictures I was showing you guys. The next thing I have is Google Photos, and I also have PixArt, GoPro, Canva, and the Canon Connect app. Over here, I was too lazy to change the app icons on those. I was just done, so I moved them over. PixArt is great, use that for thumbnails a lot, and the others are pretty self-explanatory. Voice memos, calculator, and measure. These are the 3 main utilities that I use that are pre-installed on the phone by Apple. This #Bible app is so nice. You're gonna hear it talking right now. I don't know if this is a copyrighted sound, so I'm just gonna turn it down. But this has verses. If I'm ever feeling anxious, I always open this app because Bible verses come up with pretty backgrounds and that nice relaxing sound. So if I'm ever really stressed out, I try to think about going to God and the Bible and His Word. Anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what is on my iPhone 12. That's going to be a hefty screen recording. But again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe and go follow me on Instagram if you have not already. Like I said, my username is HeyMissKatie. I keep going like this, like I'm gonna put it on the screen, but I don't have a graphic to do that. So let's just pretend it says HeyMissKatie here. Hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you soon in my next video. I just talked for so long. Okay, bye guys.